Today on the Claws After Show, bootlicking, more crazy moms, plus plenty of BDSM. And guys, we have a very, very special guest, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey. No, Miami's been right.
Okay, Cardi. Or should I say, I try to not be super white, and then I do this dance.
I'm like, all right.
With you. I didn't want you to feel left out.
Thank you,
so
thank
I
you.
got you.
Guys, this is the Claws After Show. You're, of course, hearing Cardi B because Cardi, Claws, I think hand in hand.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Cardi always has claws in her hands. So
She already does,
she's
exactly.
like major.
A Cardi cameo? Is
Yes.
that happening, TNT?
I better.
know, it should.
The voice you're hearing, guys, is a returner and a friend of the show. Let's start with him, Evan Daigle. It is so good to have you back,
Thank
buddy.
you guys. Great to be back.
Welcome.
I was telling Evan before we went live, it's great not only to have him as a guest, but he's also like a great TV analyst. So
Yes.
it's like, I'm excited because I know he'll have some good thoughts today as well.
Cool.
You guys know, of course, that Evan's on the show. He plays Toby. Whatever, you know, it's new outfit after new outfit every week. And specifically, I had a very fun outfit for you this week. I can't wait to talk about it. Before we get into Evan, though, guys, my name's Jeff. You've been here before. This is the Claws After Show. I'm not alone. I'm surrounded by a group of brilliant panelists, including Jaimi Gray,
Oh, hello.
Jasmin Knox,
Hey.
and Rochelle Pollard.
How y'all doing?
Okay. I want to get right into it because we have so
Yes.
much to talk about. Guys, we will be talking about the episode. We also have a little bit of this or that later in the show. We'll
Yes.
be interviewing Evan. We have quotes. We just have so much, including our coverage. But before we get into it, I want to get everyone's overall thoughts on this episode specifically. And why don't we start with our guest?
Yes.
In fact, I want to hear, just as purely as a viewer, seeing the episode cut, how did you feel about this episode?
This was one of the better episodes that I've seen. I feel like Claws, the whole world that they've established, it's sort of an anything goes kind of thing, but staying in that like balance between not going completely out of the way and still remaining so surreal and so absurd, I think was something that like this episode really, really touched on. I loved all of the stuff on the boat with Gregory and Ruval, and like I was telling you guys before the show, Niecy's eyes to see Desna just be so conflicted and so honestly like weirded out whenever this like really, really, really sexy guy does something really weird. It's like I can relate to that. I feel like you're like, oh,
Should I say something or just keep it going?
right. And
Yeah.
it's like you're so pretty.
I know.
And rich.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you.
Rochelle, what did you think?
I'm just piggybacking off of him. It's just basically, I'm like, what is he doing? It's just that ending part that's the only thing that's on my brain. It's like, who was he at when he went, when he went back to work? I'm like, he looking out like I'm at work. I'm like, side-eye. I love you thing because I currently going through that. So I was just like, oh my God, she said I love you. And she said I love you.
They're
So
heating up fast.
Everything's moving.
Oh,
really
but
fast.
notice she didn't say I love you back.
She did.
she did.
She did
At the
it.
end of
She
the
did.
show.
At the very, very end.
Y'all are right.
gonna
get
Y'all
out of
are
here.
right.
He really tried to play me, y'all. He tried.
You probably saw a different edit. I'm sure there was like edits that the cast saw
Right,
first.
right.
Jazzy, what did you think of the episode?
I love this episode. It was really intense, but I loved it because we got to feel a little more of each character. Like there's some things we found out about them. So my energy and my like feelings about it was really raging because I'm like, man, I didn't know this about Polly. I didn't know this about Desna or like even Jen's daughters. I don't know if you noticed, it was like a side comment when she was telling her business in the nail shop. The guy goes, "Oh, was Brienne's husband out of jail or like brought out of jail?" So we didn't know.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that like that happened to Brienne's father. So there's little things here and there that was like coming out like, oh wait, I loved it.
Good.
Yeah.
That was good.
You guys, I really liked this episode a lot. I feel like everything is changing, but everybody's a liar. Like, everyone is a liar.
Yeah.
There's so many liars here, and it was just a lot of shockers. So, but, I mean, it was juicy, so I liked it. But everyone's lying. Like, what is up?
Such a
Society.
good episode for our characters, though.
Yeah.
Like Polly being this debate moderator, Jen Lyon, like
that was so
That,
good.
the
So
accent
good.
that
So
she
funny.
pulled, I was
I
like,
know.
what was that?
but like Jen Lyon, like quietly turning on one of the most like subtly dramatic performances on TV right now.
yeah.
So
I know.
good.
Yes.
I know
I know.
she's so good. I just like Again, I love all versions of Klaus. If I had to pick between like the crazy ramped up plot episodes of Klaus versus just like seeing these characters, I think I love the version of Klaus that's a little more character driven. So for me, this
Same.
episode was, I mean, and to each, the thing that's so great about Klaus is the show can be a lot of things for a lot of people.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I love seeing just like these character insights. Yeah,
Me
so
too.
I love this episode. I want to talk about this first scene because this season's been doing so many interesting things directorially, and to have this like 1950s kind of satire that turns into this like crazy dark.
I was so confused.
Yeah,
It was like a Leave It to Beaver type.
yeah.
No, it was I Love Lucy, wasn't it? Like that was the base.
I don't know if
yeah.
it was. I guess it was kind of
I love-
Desi and
yeah.
I mean, it was definitely just invoking that time.
Right.
Whatever show it was, it's just that classic 1950s kind of perfect life sitcom. It's interesting in this nightmare version of Desna's world. Did you guys interpret all the children as like
Yes.
the people that she needs to be managing, like her girls at the salon, like Uncle Daddy?
Oh, I didn't even think like that. That's
Wow.
really.
I didn't
that's
think about it
really
like that, honestly.
yeah.
I thought of it as, this is what's going to happen once you move in with him. Not necessarily that she's going to have all these kids, but you're going to have all these problems. Like, you got these two coming here, these three coming here, and it's like, can you handle everything that's about to come your way?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, she doesn't know what she's getting herself
Okay.
into, and it's like, as soon as you're into it, you feel stuck.
Right.
And I think, showing that domestic lifestyle of that time period, I think that's what they were touching base on, because a lot of women would just stay and they would just, be
Yeah.
housewives, and, that was their lifestyle. And I think
Yeah.
that's what it was portraying.
Yeah. I sort of gathered that, like, we've always talked about Desna as being the mother goose of this show. Like, she is, or the mother hen, I guess.
Mother
is the-
hen.
She's, writing children's stories. And
Yeah.
Who you calling a goose?
Yeah, but she's the mother hen. Like, everyone needs her. Whether
yes.
it's Dean or the girls or even, like,
Ferrucci.
we always joke the guys on this show are the idiots. That's
Absolutely.
what I love.
I know,
The girls,
seriously.
Especially Uncle Daddy. And
I
then
know.
this
I
season,
know,
it's just
yeah.
like,
your sub, man. He can't
a
get his shit
fool.
together.
But now we're also noticing too that even Dr. Ruval needs her. I mean,
I
that
know.
moment when like she had to come to his defense with his mother. Like get on her good side. She come out of the bathroom. Like, what kind of thing was that?
That was so
How
bizarre.
does Des always get in these situations where she has to talk her way out of certain things, not even for herself, but for other people?
Right.
I'm like,
But just so Claus, I kind of want to ask you, all of these directorial choices that are being made this season, do you feel like the show is wanting to take more risks? Did you notice that during production?
I think so. I think that they do a really diligent job about hiring diversity directorially. And so I think that whenever you have a varied you have people from different viewpoints and different artistic backgrounds, you get sort of just a mulled together, like, wonderful fusion of energy that I think that is really lends itself to the energy of Klaus. And so they always try to have, like, what they call a Klausian moment during every episode. It's just these, like, absurd scenes that, was it real? Like, what, like, were they really having a debate in the middle of the, like, was that real? And I think that directorially, it is about just giving chances to maybe people who, like, they've been giving a lot of, like, rather newer, younger directors a shot, and they've been killing it. Like Billy Woodruff, who directed 204, he's an up-and-coming young director, and he killed it directorially, and Cheryl Dune, who directed 203, is also, she's up and coming as well, but she's a woman of color, queer woman of color, and it was just so great that the show really cares about reflecting diversity on both sides of the camera.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. You can definitely see it through the show.
Definitely. Well, because you're here, I do want to talk about that first scene, just because how could we avoid it?
Yes.
But because you're here, Evan, I think I want to talk about the boys first.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys just can't get their shit together, man.
No.
I think I do, because you're here, Evan. You subbing Uncle Daddy, Dean Norris. Talk about that scene. What is it like for you to go to wardrobe and see that this is? I mean,
here we go.
every week I'm sure it's, what do I wear? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Are you in a synchronized swimsuit? Are you? I mean, like,
Okay.
what's that like as an actor?
It's really fun because, well, I create a backstory and emotional life for my character before I ever go on set. So whenever I have these costume fittings, it just adds to me being able to really get into the skin of this person who's so incredibly different from me.
Yeah.
But it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
fun to dress in ways that you absolutely never would.
Right.
And incredible. And honestly, being comfortable with my body and everything, it's been empowering,
I'm sure.
honestly.
That's
yeah.
Well,
good.
I'm sure it's helpful too. Actors talk about when they are playing a role that dress is so different, you can get the transformation. You feel the transformation as an actor more than you would if you were wearing the exact same clothes you normally do.
For sure, yeah.
So I actually want to specifically talk about, though, the boys need to get their stuff together because Lotta is demanding more of them. So Uncle Daddy actually brings Chip in and is like, we need to be proving that we're valuable here. And so I thought it was interesting to bring Chip back. Like, how do we feel? Do you guys think that the boys are getting their stuff together?
I don't see them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see them getting their stuff together at all. But I would say that this episode, I don't think that Bryce was out of place. Do you guys think that? I think he was pretty much together.
That's an interesting topic of convetion, though, because I bet people are pretty divided about that.
I'm very
divided.
We have a whole segment devoted to Jen and
lovely.
Bryce, and like, so much to talk about there.
Can't wait.
But I do love how the show, like, the women are the smart ones here.
They
you know,
are.
like
seriously.
the show again. That feels very Clausian, like to just like reverse that, and a lot of the crappy cliches that we get on television. Claus kind of like leans into them and then totally flips them on their head.
Yeah.
Right, like the woman in distress, or damsel in distress. You don't really see a lot of that. It's always that woman that's, putting her foot forward.
Yeah.
And that's what I like because it's necessary, just like you said, just in TV across the board. You need to have representation so that when I look at the screen, I can say, okay, I relate to this character. Or just when anyone looks at the screen, you want to be able to relate to it. That's what brings the fans and keeps them coming.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, you got a compliment from Nakia Emanuel in the chat, Evan.
Hey,
She
Nakia.
says,
Nice,
only
hey.
comment for Uncle Daddy's BDSM scene is that Evan/Toby's body is amazing. So Nakia is shouting you out.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Jen and Bryce, we have to talk about this. This is such a mess. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
It's
I love
so
it, too.
good. I
love
love it.
it.
Let's be clear. I love it, but
I'm sensitive, guys.
I know.
So it's hard.
Jazz
it's
has some
hard.
feelings.
I
Yeah.
do, man. I feel for Jen.
I
feel.
know. Yeah, like,
To an extent, because she knows what she's doing.
yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
Okay, how do we even breach this topic? First of all, I have to ask you guys, are you guys stress eaters? Would you guys do cheese whiz on Doritos?
I was seriously watching that like, would I do that? I would
know.
do that with alcohol, I think.
I
but
know.
not-
Of course, Jen can't, unless she figures out alternative methods. Which
She
we'll
surely
get into.
did.
I was like, I'm going to figure it out somehow.
I know,
know.
right? Every now and then, like, I'll probably, like, turn to, like, some ice cream and donuts. But I'm never excessive with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I know how to handle it. It's not that serious. I'll just go to sleep.
I can go to the
Let me
very
go to
brink.
sleep.
Yeah.
I just push. I can go to the very edge, and then I'll, do something later.
Yeah, for sure.
Our guy, Michael B, in the chat, he said that he thinks that Bryce did the right thing taking the girls away from her. So
Yeah.
I agree. I
sure.
agree.
Yeah, that was good.
That's why I think Bryce is kind of coming back together. He's getting his mind right. Like this
I'm
episode.
having trouble with Bryce.
Really?
I
I don't know.
am.
This
I'm
episode,
like-
I was rooting for him.
Jen is giving him
biased.
so much, and maybe she shouldn't be. Like, maybe Jen should be getting out. And this is the complicated nature of abuse. I would say abusive relationships. I think
They've both abused each
yes,
other
the
in
show
different
is
ways, for
emotionally
sure.
abusive.
That's true.
Yeah. And I think the show isn't shying away from how complicated that gets.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what do you mean when you feel like she's giving him so much?
Well, during this debate, which I want to talk about this debate, because again,
Yeah.
like, was this real? Did the girls actually get podiums? I don't know.
I
but
loved it.
Like, I'm looking at him like,
I love this.
I mean, I
I
think
loved
that
it,
Claus
too.
just has an absurd quality to it,
Yes.
and it's like, it doesn't
Go
matter.
with
The
it.
fans don't even care. Like, it's just
Yes.
fun,
Yeah.
you know?
It's just gonna be becoming more and more creative, and I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And like, I could see Polly setting up podiums.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't put that past her. Like, I think she did
get
this.
out her truck.
But I feel like Jen obviously wants to make this work.
Yeah.
And like, watching Bryce be like, I'm dealing with all these crazy bitches and leaving, that's when I'm like, Bryce isn't here right now. Like, he's not here for you. She's arguably not here for him either. But I don't. That behavior to me is inexcusable from Bryce.
Yeah. So, okay, this is what I was just waiting to talk about
Yeah.
because last episode, the biggest topic was about the abortion scene.
Right.
And that was way deeper than, how they made it look. They actually made it look a little bit more light and fluffy. That way it's, more
It's
watchable for
juxtaposed. Yeah, I like
for
it.
TV. But I think they did the same thing with stigmas on relationships. They talked about rim jobs. They talked about, getting the freaky ish out the way.
Yes.
And I like that they brought it up because I feel like it's such a double standard with men and women. Granted, Jen did cheat, but Bryce repaid evil with evil, and he cheated as well. And it's not like they had a perfect blossoming relationship to begin with, but because she cheated, he just couldn't get over it. And I feel like it's like across the board with a lot of relationships, when the woman cheats, all hell breaks loose and they are done. She gets cut, but when the man cheats, it's she's forgiving.
Yeah.
She's finding the faults within herself and going back. And I think they also touch base on that slightly, and also like
very slightly
calling the women bitches, like that was another thing as well. Sure, she's missing out on a lot, but I think they're both learning a lesson. But I think that scene was way bigger than what some people might see looking into that.
I think so too. I think that it also just goes to show that like we live in sort of a culture where men are conditioned to think that how dare my woman, exactly share that with another man in ownership. Like socialization that we have, that's a problem.
And that's why I said I'm super excited about this situation, because I'm like, what is going to happen at the end? Because it is true, the moment a female do something like that, it's like such an issue. But men do it all the time. We've been doing this forever. But I'm all about women empowerment. Do you, boo? Do you?
Yeah, but I just don't like how we're just making it seem like Jen was the wrong. Like Bryce messed up first.
Right.
Like he's the one that betrayed Jen. He was on drugs before.
People.
All that stuff. Yeah.
And she was like, and when she was like, and murder, I was like, oh yeah, he's like a murderer. Like
she noted it all down, and he made it seem as if it was nothing. It's like, are you kidding me? Like I can even go to jail, and their kids will be with no parents behind you.
Well, Jen is struggling hard.
Yeah.
She turns
Poor
back to
Jen.
the bottle to protect herself against people smelling the liquor on her body.
Okay.
She goes for an alternative method of consumption. Jen needs some help, y'all.
She needs help. She needs to go
She needs to
to therapy.
You think so? She was eating her popcorn the entire time, like, okay, what's
She
happening
needs to go
next?
to
That was me
therapy.
too.
I honestly didn't know that you could do that. So
You've never heard of that?
No, I learned
that.
something new. I had no idea that you can
Yikes.
get like a high or kind of get intoxicated in other ways.
Right.
Yeah.
So to see her do that, I was like, what?
She's like, I'm learning so
trying to take
much.
notes.
Like for next time.
Yeah.
I think the only thing she's just going to regret at that moment when he took her kids away, and then
Oh,
she
that
was
hurt-
like,
that hurt
I'm
my heart.
sorry, I'm sorry. I
Oh,
was
that
like-
scene.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sorry for you, girl.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
And her on the stoop. I'm sorry.
That scene.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That scene. That's how you know, like, her acting was definitely towards the forefront in this episode.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
brought it.
You
She
know?
brought it all the way there.
And I think that people kind of I don't want to say underestimated her, but kind of thought that Jen was really good at playing like the Jen, like Buddy.
Okay.
She's a phenomenal actress, you guys. Like she's so versatile, and I think that fans are really going to get to see that this season, especially.
Good.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm
it's fun.
excited.
Season 2 is giving us more room for all of you guys, which
Yes.
is great. And hopefully, if we get more seasons, we'll see more of that. Because this is an ensemble show. There's
Yes.
so many
Absolutely.
characters, and for the writers and the performers to still create vivid moments for all of them is one of the reasons I love the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Jen and Bryce of it all is very messy.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Bryce is right to take the kids?
Yes.
Absolutely.
At
I think
that
so
point,
too.
for sure.
At that moment, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, what were they going to do in there?
I mean,
Are they
well,
better off with Bryce?
No, but it's just like
Oh,
at that
yeah.
moment only.
Yeah.
Only at that
Yeah.
moment.
I
Which-
mean-
well, I was wondering, so did she know that they were coming over, or did he just randomly pop up?
No, she knew.
Yeah.
So then, okay, she knew better. So yeah, they need to be with the dad right now.
The buzz was supposed
Okay.
to come down by the time they pulled up.
I guess, but she should have done some jumping jacks or something. Like, your kids are coming, honey.
Chocolate Jackson.
Something.
But regardless if the kids are coming or not, she should have been doing that in the first place.
No.
Yeah.
Period.
No, and that messes you up apparently even more than
Right.
if you would have consumed it like drinking.
Yeah.
It's
So,
instant. Not
Yeah.
that now, but
Right.
You sure about that?
I know, Jeff. Like, it's
instant. I
instant.
mean, who knows?
Really? I'm just kidding.
you could see in the way they portrayed it right when she did that.
Yeah,
she was already buzzing. I mean, just to watch an alcoholic stumble, it's tragic. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So Jen and Bryce, they've got some work to do.
They do.
But let's move on to Desna. If we're going to do the Jen into Desna transition, the one thing I love about this show, and I will always love about this show, is Jen and Desna are ride or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just Jen and Disney, or is the whole
whole crew is,
crew?
but I feel
But
like
they have
those
that,
two
yeah.
especially.
I hear what you're
Yeah.
saying, but when they had the divorce court, well, that's what I call it, the divorce court.
yeah.
It was very similar to it, but the debate, I was like, man, all these girls are really just one big unit. They all have each other's back. Like
They do.
They close the doors on Bryce, like you're not going anywhere. Or,
Okay.
or Quiet Ann had her back ready, like, or you're gonna get beat, one or the other.
I think
Well,
that Jen
all-
and Desna just have been friends maybe a little bit longer than the rest of the women. So there's that you get that,
That
feeling
bonds,
of
that
that,
childhood.
but they all have each
They
other's
all
back.
have-
Like,
yeah.
And Virginia's in it
Even
now
Virginia,
too.
yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
She better be.
She has to be.
Well, yeah, she has no choice, huh?
Yeah.
Get married, you know.
this show, I love that, like, if we're going to see relationship messiness, we see the female friendship as such a
100%.
like,
Which is how it should be.
and that's how it should be. And yeah, I love the way the show. I'm worried for Jen and Desna. Like when I don't want to see just. I know they'll be fine long term, but like sharing the house, and with Jen's spiral,
Dean lives there. Dean and Virginia live
I
there
know.
too.
I know. I was gonna bring that
Virginia
up.
lives there too?
Yes.
I don't know if she lives there, but she's there a lot because Dean does live
Yeah.
there.
No, they live there. They're moving
Right.
in together.
Yeah.
It was mentioned in the episode that
That's
that
a
was
lot.
move-in date. So it was kind of crazy.
it's gonna get cray. Well, okay, so let's focus on Desna and Ruval now.
Okay.
There's a yacht. There's many people on this yacht, including another crazy mother.
I was gonna say, why did he not tell her?
So here's what I was thinking. So, because that was my whole face. I was actually like, what is she doing here? Like, I was
Come
pretending like I was
on.
Desna, like, what are you doing here? But he did allow Dean to come. So I'm like, maybe it's like a family function, but still your mother.
that's
you know, like
too
you could have
much.
told me. That's
his
it.
mother.
That was another thing. Okay. That was another, you
Because
know.
that strawberry scene.
Yeah. Is that ever okay in any world?
No.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Because I don't want to be judgmental. You know,
Right.
that's the way people. Because even like
You're not
just saying
hurting
like,
anybody. You do what you want.
you know,
but
because some parents kiss their kids on the lips.
That's a little different. It's also how you do it. You know what, especially in this world and how everything is nowadays, I look at everybody with the side eye.
See, I can't do. I ain't got time for that.
And, you know how people post like the viral videos of like the dads kissing their daughters. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's too
I've
much
never
for me.
been a fan of that.
It depends on how it's done. I'm sorry. Listen, we live in a crazy world. Okay?
I know, but that's
Let
a
us know in the comments if you
blessing.
It's
agree.
good. It's good, Rochelle. We need one naysayer, so I'm glad you're
Yes.
defending it.
I'm like, you know what? I mean, because everybody has their own little mojo jojo. I don't know how
All
everybody
I'm
moves.
saying
So
is incest exists.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't know.
just family, sometimes they're the ones you have to watch out for the most. You feel me? Let us know in the live
I was
chat.
just like, after Jen's mom last week, now
Yeah.
Ruval's mom, I'm like, there's a lot of mommy issues on this show.
ooh,
I don't
mom
like it.
need her butt whipped, okay? But I see we on, episode 3.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of moms, just with Mother Ruval, I wanted to give a shout out to Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Okay.
What
She's
a
like
boss, man.
like Hollywood royalty. If
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
don't know, you might mostly know her from Moesha and
mother.
Seda. Oh, Seda, yeah. So it was just great to see her. She looks phenomenal.
Yeah, she does.
What was that like? Were you able to see her
I
at
haven't
all?
met her yet. I'm so upset.
In
And
due
no-
time. In due time.
No, and one of my friends, that's his queen for life, and
Yeah.
he like cried when I told her that I haven't met her yet.
She's amazing. She's
Yeah.
amazing. She can sing. She's very talented. You
Yeah.
guys.
She's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Is she from the Caribbean? I know that she used to have that Jamaican accent.
I don't know. I don't
on
think she
movies.
is.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know, but I can look it up for you guys.
She's
I'll go
she's
over it.
convincing though. She's a good actress.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt like she had a little accent in
skin
this
tone.
too.
Yeah.
Did she
Well,
not?
because she did, but I
Okay.
think it's just for the character.
They're
for
Okay.
Dr.
Yeah.
Ruval.
Oh, they're Haitian.
Right,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Ashley Summer in the live chat says she thinks that it's really not his mother, and I
I
highly
agree with you.
I can
Yeah.
see why people would think that. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Really? You don't
I really don't know.
I can't tell if you're playing actor.
Evan?
No,
Right.
He's an actor.
He's that
so
good.
I
I
know.
It's like, I don't know.
I
Okay.
don't know.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, she's from Connecticut, guys. She's not from the islands.
Got it.
But
Go,
hey,
girl.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do love it though. Again, Klaus will never slack on even their guest stars, right? They
Yeah.
gave her
Yeah.
some juicy stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was great.
Even the young lady that Polly's taking care of.
Yeah.
Morgan Lilly
Yeah,
is the actress's
Maureen?
name. Morgan Lilly.
Morgan,
Marnie.
that's her real name? Okay,
Oh,
Marty.
yeah.
Is,
She's
okay.
great.
That's a very interesting relationship too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's so much,
so
right?
much.
It's kind of
It's a lot. So Zlata gets involved here, but I think I want to save the Zlata of it all because, again, she's just the puppeteer. But before we get into the Zlata stuff, I want to actually let you guys know about some initiatives our network are pushing,
Yes.
including our subscriptions. If you guys didn't know, one of the best ways that you can be helping our network is through subscriptions. If you're watching live right now, subscriptions not only help us, but they help you a ton, guys. Subscribing to our YouTube channels will recommend content not only from AfterBuzz, but other TV coverage networks, other content you might be liking. Jazz, you have some more on here?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Okay.
So AfterBuzzers, here at the network, we produce a lot of after shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and so many more. There's no network that it works harder than television fans. So how we can use your help. We need you to go on to AfterBuzz TV and subscribe. You can subscribe to YouTube channels as you discover them, your show that you love. And since you're already tuned into the After TV dramas, you can, I'm sure you'll probably like maybe Shades of Blue, and there's so many more. And remember, we have channels in our other genres too. So please don't be shy about subscribing to them either. And if you're worried about little notifications, don't worry, they're optional. It's easy. Hit the subscribe button that now for being easier AfterBuzz experience, and let us know in the comments, and we'll shout you out on air, by the way. And thanks for being the best fans.
You guys are the best fans. The notifications thing is huge for me because I didn't subscribe to YouTube for a while because I was like, all these notifications, but they're optional. So I'm subscribing to all these channels now, and YouTube is recommending content for me. It's great. So we have 18 people watching live now.
Hey guys,
hit that subscribe button. Help us out. It will only help you, and it will only help us.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get into the Zlata of it all. Oh boy. I think the thing that's so interesting is, again, like this Desna Zlata friendship, I still kind of love it. Even though Zlata's shady AF,
yes,
she's here. She kind of like is here for Desna in a way where she admires her, and like her philosophy on femalehood is pretty awesome.
I like it, but it's just like she contradicts herself because you shot your sister in the head. You know, but I do like it. Like, I know what you mean. It's I don't even hate the relationship. I actually kind of like it, but I'm confused as to why I like it. So I'm like, Jaimi, what's wrong with you? But I like that she's always speaking, you know, highly of women. She even gave a shout out to Black women. I mean, how often do you see that? Like, that's so awesome. So I like her, but I don't trust her, and I think that Desna needs to look out.
I don't trust it at all whatsoever, and that's what gets me kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of the relationship. I love how she's like, you know, boosting up Desna's ego, but Desna doesn't really need that because she's a boss all by herself. So I don't know. I mean, Zlata to me cannot be trusted at all.
Yeah, I don't like that because for the fact with the whole housing situation, she respects her friends. So of course she wants the house, but I wish it was just another alternative, you know, or let them get the back house or something. I don't know. I just feel like she's going to turn them against each other and try to break them up.
Here's what I kind of like, though. She's like, Desna, this mommy stuff isn't okay. Like, stand up for yourself. And, like, I think there's lines. It's like Zlata makes great suggestions. She talks about her book. Her book sounds nice. But then it's what she does, where she's like, not only should you be sticking up for yourself, I'm going to come to this party and ruin everything. You know what I mean? It's like she's a little extra.
Yes, a little, a lot of.
If the definition of extra isn't shooting your sister in the face, I don't know what the definition of extra is. So I guess for sure she's extra. But let's talk about this party. Because this party,
very interesting party,
intense.
Yeah, a lot going on.
That's what Zlata does though. Is she invites Uncle Daddy, she invites Roller. Everyone's here.
Chip was there too.
I just want to know what's
there.
up with Roller. Like he got big balls now that he could just slam chocolate against the wall. What's going on?
I know. And he was like, "All right, with your little baby."
I was like, "Don't do him like that."
Favorite ball. She said chocolate.
I said,
That's a good one though.
I love it.
I was just like,
Dr.
what's going
Chocolate.
on? You big mad.
Well, let's be honest. Roller was always like, you know, kind of big guy. I'm just saying. I think
do look good, though.
Yeah, Roller's
I was gonna say, I know we've got some Roller, we've got some Jay Kessie fans on the panel. How do you guys feel seeing him carrying around a little baby? Do you like the
don't know how
paternal?
to feel about it.
We had to think about it.
I was like,
Are you charmed by
Maybe
it?
it's because it's Roller. Any other situation, like when I see like Instagram dads, I'm like, aw, you know, when they're not kissing on their babies too much.
This girl.
But you know, Roller, I think it's just because it was him.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
he's fine and I like him. But yeah,
I didn't really care about the whole baby thing. You know why? Because it's not real. It's not authentic. It was a forced marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, like when they even had sex was just like out of nowhere. It's a one night stand. It's just not authentic. So I'm not here for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Well, speaking of that crew, the Uncle Daddy and Zlata of it all, this is such an interesting dynamic. Like, Uncle Daddy hates being... It's funny, part of me was like, I thought he might like being sub here. It's like he likes being sub when it's you.
Yeah, I think that he likes it in the bedroom, but any other situation, no, he can't handle it at all.
Yeah, so Zlata asked him to get on his knees,
Oh my gosh.
lick her...
oh, that was so intense, you guys.
Yeah. So
When
intense.
they
It was
were,
almost
like,
hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
was
was hard to
cringing.
watch.
I was
Yeah.
just like, and he did it. I was like, what are you doing?
Like a lot. He kept
Yeah.
going.
I know. I seen that. I was like, why is he doing it
And he
more
was
than
repeating
once?
after her too. Like, I'm like, you're doing too much. But Desna's face When
She was getting turned on, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was like,
She liked it.
Yeah,
she
and
was
I was like, maybe I should be turned on too. Am I just not looking at this the right way? I don't know. But
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. Because to me, it was like more like a humanity thing. I don't like anything. Have you guys noticed that? I don't like anything.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like that like that.
No.
But no, honestly, I think the reason why Uncle Daddy did, follow her rules and lick the boot, because I think he's going to end up turning and probably trying to kill her. Because I don't
has a
know.
plan.
He has a plan for
I just hope
sure.
it's smart. You know what I mean?
Because he knew for a fact if he didn't do that right then and there, then it probably wouldn't end well for him.
Well, whatever his plan is, Toby, are you in on this plan? Like, do you show?
There's some further developments with the Dixie Mafia later in the season that
Okay.
I have one episode of some drama, some guns being drawn, perhaps.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, are you gonna be toting a gun? I can't wait.
Maybe
oh
it's
my
pink
goodness.
and has sparkles. I don't know.
You know
Oh
he the
my
baddest.
gosh. Well, then my next question would be, if you quote did have to do this, who knows? Did you have to like take training for this, or was it just like, here you go?
No, it was they have like stunt coordinators and stuff on set who whenever we have firearms and stuff, they use real firearms, and so the only person that's allowed to touch it is the actor and the firearms coordinator.
Right, that
they
makes
show
sense.
it's like super like safe.
Protected.
Because
That's
we
good.
don't want you, shoot anybody,
Right.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You said pink and sparkles?
Maybe we'll see.
Ooh, okay.
We'll have to pick your brain more about that in a little
Yeah.
bit. This is what was so interesting. After this bootlicking situation, again, I kind of like, I think I'm the only one of our fans who might be pro Zlata, because in the comments every week, everyone's coming after me for this.
I like Zlata.
Okay,
I like
so we got
her too.
Evan.
She just,
But she walks up and goes to Desna and says, "This is what you must do to Dr. Ruval." After that public display.
I know, and she does it.
And like,
In a
it kind
different
of
way.
empowers Desna.
Yeah,
you know?
she's like, well, I got this.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the Zlata character, because I feel like in typical shows or whatever, like maybe that character would be super competitive with Desna being the lead woman, and I thought it was really a fresh take on the sort of like villain, antagonist, protagonist, like female characters for her to be like, no, you are a boss bitch, and I
Right.
want to help you.
Amen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's crazy,
said.
but so her methods are a little unorthodox, but
To say the least.
yeah.
The last category of kind of stuff we have to talk about. I feel like every week on Klaus, we just have like our extra tidbit stuff.
Right.
Polly has a twin.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah. See, I didn't.
Take it away.
Honestly, when I saw that picture, I just knew instantly that Polly was lying. I don't believe that's her twin.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
confused.
Me too for the
I
first.
have no idea. I saw that and I was like, I want to text Carrie and be like, is it real?
I know.
Hey, Carrie girl.
Tell me.
I don't know.
We never know with Polly.
I don't. Yeah. I
really don't.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's.
She
her
has
twin.
was
so many
crazy.
different lives. She like a
She
cat.
does.
Yeah.
So do you guys think, is her twin still alive? Did she say that, or do you think
She is. She says she's in another Connecticut.
Yeah,
or something like
Seattle.
Seattle.
Seattle?
You said Connecticut.
Yeah, I feel like because they're unraveling certain bits and pieces about characters, we will more than likely find out. And I'm really
Yeah.
at least if it's not this season, it's probably next season.
that. Ooh, that's a good.
See?
I really
Rochelle.
don't know.
Yeah.
Do you want Dean to be stripping?
I love Dean.
Yeah. What do you think? Is it net positive, net negative?
Do you, boo? I don't know. To be stripping?
He's stripped before,
Rochelle.
technically. And we know from last
Be
season,
real.
he packs a punch down there.
He does. You know what? I'm
Tax
all
the
for it
punch.
because it's tax free. So do
There you go.
you had a baby on the way. Prepare for the next one with Miss Carucci. Do you, boo?
Freak
I'm
me,
here for
baby.
it.
Do we
Yeah,
think,
that's
though,
about
Dean,
it.
does he have the emotional stability to
He
be...
is smart.
He's brilliant.
That's a smart man.
but he spazzes. Like when he was spazzing on Virginia
food.
for the labeling and things like
I
that.
know.
Oh, that was some interesting stuff.
Yeah,
right?
which I
Yeah.
Claws is such a necessary show as well because it's just giving you so many different aspects from so many situations that you may not experience every single day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like about it. But I love they touched on that. But I don't see him stripping. I don't want to see him strip.
I don't want to see him stripping.
I don't either.
you
Little
know.
Dean.
I
No,
know.
I know. We
I know.
can't.
I like he says little Dean. Now I'm like visualizing. But
Big Dean.
Big Dean. Baby Dean, big Baby Dean. But yeah, it's a no for me.
Let Dean live his best
It's a no
life.
for
Live
me
your life
too.
outside of a hammer and pickle.
It's a no for me too. I know he's been working on his body, and of course we saw him in competition in South Beach. But I think it's too much for him emotionally. Because I don't know what kind of other like obstacles he will hit.
It's just not the best environment.
No,
I totally forgot about his past childhood and all that sexual stuff. So you know what?
That's true.
Yeah. That might.
Oh
he
yeah,
might
and I
have
didn't even think about
He
all
might
of
have
that
a
too.
moment on stage.
Yeah.
Somebody touch him.
Flashback.
That's
yeah.
true.
And all the lights are probably, what are all these lights? Why are people throwing things at me?
It's
You're
not
gonna
safe.
get the dollars, like,
It's not safe.
What is going on?
Yeah, if I inspect it. Yeah.
Well, am I missing anything else? This was an action-packed episode, but I think we've hit just about
It was
everything,
so many
right?
things.
I
but
just want to know why she was hating on Mamacita. You said her name was Marine, right?
Marnie.
Marnie. Yeah, she was trying to get her little boo. And
Malik.
yeah,
Malik. Malik is his name.
I was feeling Malik.
I know, yeah.
I don't think Polly was hating it. Polly's just really bothered that she's not in her life. She wants to be more into her life, so she's kind of bitter about
But
it.
by doing that, that's not gonna help.
Well, next episode, right?
You guys are gonna get a little more of a glimpse of why Polly has sort of this like overtly mothering energy towards Marnie.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know exactly like what it is, but there's a really good clue in the next episode.
Okay.
Well, this is good. Evan, part of the reason you're here is because we want to pick your brain about the show in general. So let's get into our interview portion.
Okay.
Evan, what are some of the like big differences you noticed being on set for season 2 versus season 1?
Well, for me personally, being on set the first season was super different than this season because I was living in New Orleans whenever we were shooting the first season. And so for this season, I was living in LA. And so I was flying to and from every other week or so. And so just that experience was super different. But from a standpoint of just like being on set and the energy there, everyone is a lot more in it. We understand the tone better.
Yeah.
I think that comes with the territory of a new show. The first season, everyone's trying to find their footing. Everyone from the actors to the costume designers to like really everyone. And I think that we've really settled into the writers, especially. I had the opportunity to talk with a lot of them as they would visit the episodes in New Orleans, and they think that they're writing better scripts this
Oh,
season.
nice.
They think that they're better structured. They say that they understand the characters better, and they're really excited to unpack all of the backstories of the characters.
I'm excited too.
That's like the orange of the new black approach a little
Yeah.
bit.
No, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
And that's what we want. Like,
Yeah.
I think can I tease what you teased earlier about Judy and Quiet?
Yeah, go for
okay,
it.
so Evan let us know a little insider scoop. We're getting an amazing Quiet Anne episode soon.
I'm excited.
Next Sunday.
Oh, good.
This
It's
coming
next
Sunday.
Week. Great. It
Yeah.
is time.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
it's beyond
Yeah.
time.
It's beyond time.
Well, she gave us a little something last episode.
We've gotten previews of it here.
I
and
do
there,
have a
but-
question for Ashley Summer in the live chat. She's been asking us a couple
Great.
times. She wants to know, does Toby and Chip have something going on?
Toby and Chip.
Toby and Chip, because she's like, there's some things that was going on in the car. You guys are looking at each other, and she's like, what is going on?
Yeah, no. I can't answer that.
Hey, Ashley, you're watching, so I hope that answers it for you.
And of course, if anyone else has questions for Evan, put them in the chat. This is your
Yeah.
time.
Sure.
So you're living in LA now. What's that been
am.
like to?
It's been a year.
A
Yeah.
year since
Welcome.
my first. We were talking before. My first day that I moved here, got off of the airplane and came did my AFTERBUZZ interview.
Welcome back.
And so it's a full circle.
Yeah.
But living in LA is it took some time to get used to. I
sure.
really didn't like it at first. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest. But I am living with 3 other actor friends of mine that I went to school with, and so we are just like really have this like nice community in our like little house, and we all help each
Good.
other.
That's
and
good.
yeah, and I'm building my representatives out here, which is really great. I like it. I like it a
Great.
lot. I miss New Orleans, but
Yeah.
so it was really fun to get to go back, and I would like get to go visit my family and stuff. So, but LA's cool. I like it.
So how often do you go back to go visit home?
Well, I was able to go back for 2.5 months earlier this year during my hiatus from the
cool.
show, and so that was like the most significant amount of time that I'd spent with them since I moved out whenever I was 18. But I try to get back as much as I can. But right now, I'm really trying to just hit the ground running in LA.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as soon as I have some time off, I try to make it out
I
there.
was gonna say because you're busy with this show, so it probably makes
Right.
it hard to be really chasing other stuff. But
Well, I'm always trying to chase other stuff.
Hey.
Yeah,
Are we all?
yeah, no, but I've signed with some really good representatives out here who are really trying to take advantage of all of this for me.
Great, awesome.
Maybe I'll have some more projects on the horizon soon.
Not maybe,
Great.
you
Hopefully.
will.
Oh,
I
thank
know.
you.
Okay,
Thank
put it in
you.
the atmosphere.
Right?
well, I think we have some this or that
Ooh,
for
yeah.
Evan. So this is like a just off the cuff.
Cool.
You ready?
Jaimi,
Ready.
you can start.
Okay, so yeah, basically we're just gonna give you like some scenarios. You just have to let us know one option. So I'll start. Roller or Uncle Daddy?
Roller.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like roller.
Yeah.
Sex on the beach or sex in the car?
Beach.
Ooh.
Dom or sub?
Oh,
That means both y'all.
Rochelle.
I don't know. Look, Essence Fest or Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras? I've never been. I've been wanting to
Neither.
go for
It's
the longest
longer.
time.
It's like a full 2-3
That's fair.
weeks.
I think
Yeah.
I would have said Mardi Gras until girls trip though.
Oh,
You know?
Don't
Well-
get me wrong. Essence Fest is a party.
Yeah.
I wanna go.
I wanna go
Oh
for
my
both.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida or New Orleans?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Okay. All right. Since it's like the two LAs, Louisiana and Los Angeles, Louisiana or Los Angeles? Overall.
Oh my goodness. My home state, Louisiana.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say
All right.
Brooklyn.
They would riot like, no, he didn't.
I have to know, Lucky Charms or Reese's Puffs?
Oh, Lucky Charms.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
The marshmallows, please.
Yeah.
Windows or Mac?
Mac.
Yeah, of course. Once you go Mac, you can't go back.
Never.
Especially
can't.
in LA. If
That-
you have
No, you
Windows-
can't.
Are you a Windows?
No, I'm Mac. I'm Mac,
My
but I
work
have Windows.
laptop is
Okay.
a Windows. Like sometimes it's levels. You
I don't know if
what
there's a
mean?
single Windows
Yeah.
computer in Los Angeles.
I was about to say, do they make those anymore?
If you're at
rare.
Starbucks in
Surprise.
LA and you see a Windows, you're like, do they?
Well,
make-
I have my work computer that's a Windows, but they have it for me. It's like a
Fair enough.
it's like a Dell. Dell,
yeah.
you know,
Dell,
nothing
Dell,
wrong with
do your
Dell.
thing. Do we have any more this or that?
I have one more.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that you like to draw. You're an artist as well,
Mm-hmm.
and you like to paint. So acting or drawing?
Acting.
Acting?
Yeah,
Okay, why?
painting is a really good. I thought that I was gonna be a painter. I went to school for it for a year, but I've realized that like I feel as though like acting is a full expression of like my artistic self, and painting and drawing is something that helps me calm down from like having a career as an actor.
It's like therapeutic.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? Just
I like
because
that.
I don't like having a career as an artist is different than being as a hobby, you know? And so my painting and drawing really just helped me calm down from all of the stress of what being an actor as a career is.
Yeah, you need that. That's kind of like me
Yeah.
and cooking. I'm like,
Yeah, everyone
Leave me
needs their
alone,
something.
cooking.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna move on, but one more question for you, Evan. What's one behind the scenes thing that you know that none of us know, including Klaus
Oh
fans?
my goodness.
Oh, this
Spill
is
it.
juicy.
It can be about any of your actors. It can be about what happens on set.
I think something that people don't know that is a little surprising is the nails that you see in the show are all made like they're press-on nails, and so we don't have the ability to like actually do manicures for everyone, and so they have like 5 different sets of multiple nails, and because everyone breaks
Wow.
them off and everything, and so I don't know. That's something that everyone's a little
Yeah.
bit.
I
like,
remember I
weirded
saw
out
Nisi
about.
talk
Yeah.
about that, and you guys like when I knew that you were coming, I made sure to do my nails, but like
They look bomb.
Thank you. I did it myself, but I got the kind that you can press on but like glue on because
Right,
you all get them
yeah.
done in the shop, and I was like, I don't have time, and you do this,
Uh-huh.
so you inspired me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Everyone go check out at Mad Nails on Instagram. She's our season 2 nail coordinator.
Yes,
Oh, cool.
awesome. I'm gonna
Yes,
I want to
Her.
get some press ones. I have like some mini
Yes.
claws.
Yeah.
They look good though.
Thanks.
And mine are minier to hers.
Oh, yeah, it's
Mine
the
are
white.
very boring.
Same.
You have
They're
the
manly,
clear,
okay?
yeah.
That's all right.
They're very clean.
Yes, they are clean.
That is sexy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm very, very into that. All right. Okay, let's talk about some news, y'all.
Let's do it.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, you guys, we love news and we love gossip. So the first clip that I wanted to show you guys, it is a picture of our very own Carrie Preston Polly. She had a birthday, y'all.
Happy
beautiful.
belated birthday.
Happy belated
What a
birthday.
great photo of Carrie Preston.
She looks
She's
great. Look at her
gorgeous.
nails.
She is.
And I love that every
Yeah.
time they go out, they make sure that all of the cast members' nails are done. I even saw a picture of you, Evan, where your nails were
Oh,
done.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, ooh. So, but yeah, the next picture shows Carrie and the gang. They are at a birthday brunch for her, and it looks super cute. Look at those hats, guys.
That is super
That looks
cute.
really
All
cute.
I
Look
see
at
is
that. That's so awesome. I love when you see like cast members still hang out outside.
They
Right.
love
you know?
each other.
And I
they
think that's
love
important.
each other.
Right.
Even if you
Genuinely.
have to fake it. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell this is real. So I think that's awesome. So the next image I want to show you is actually where I found from the Claws writers. So recently they accepted the One Vita at a Time challenge by the writers. So they want us to donate. It's a big shout out to the One Day at a Time organization for starting this to keep families together. You guys, we're going through a lot in this nation.
We are.
And whether you're with a show or 9-to-5 company, whatever, whoever you're with, it is great to see people standing up for a cause, standing up for
course.
justice, just spreading awareness. And I'm glad that Klaus, one of our favorite TV shows, is also stepping up been doing that too. You know? And then also, oh, you guys, when I saw this next picture, I almost fainted. It is of our very own Evan Daigle.
Yeah.
You guys, look at this chest. Look at this. He's giving you face. Look at that jawline, the chin. Like, I don't know what he's looking at, but I think he was thinking about me. I don't know.
For those of you podcast listeners who are just in the car, get on our YouTube. That's
Yes.
that's what and subscribe while you're there.
Yes, and leave a comment about, like, he's just giving me pecs, he's giving me jaw, he's giving me everything. I love it. But I also wanted to show these other awesome clips of Evan while he's on set, just with, like, the extra boobage I'm loving. It's great.
You better work it,
and
Evan.
one of my favorites from when we I think when we first saw you was the swimming routine.
The water
scene.
ballet, yeah.
The water ballet. So did you have to go through any training, or was there also, like, a stunt double with that as well?
I had a stunt double for a couple of the moves, but we ended up I trained for 3 full days with, they flew in this water ballet team called the Aqua Lilies to come and train me. And and so I had like 3 days of in the water routine, learning, all of it was really fun. And I had a stunt double, but they ended up using a lot of my actual footage.
Nice.
The
That's
final
awesome.
cut. Yeah.
I can imagine, like, if that training was that more so fun or, like, intense, because water aerobics is you can still get sore.
It was exhausting. Like, I would get home at night that week and be exhausted, but it was so rewarding. It was really fun.
Got those
And
abs,
though.
though.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Okay, well, awesome. Thank you, Evan. And then last but not least, there's this cute little clip because you guys, they filmed the last episode of season 2. There was the last day on set, and it's this cute little clip of Niecy, Nash, and Carucci. Hit it if you can.
Yeah.
Together.
Look at that.
Yeah, aren't you gonna miss me?
They love each other.
I love it.
That's funny. So thank you for showing that. You guys, that is our news and gossip. If you have any questions or whatever, let us know in the comments. Just send us whatever. But what did you think of the news and gossip overall as a whole?
Good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You know, I really liked the clip between Niecy Nash and Crucci's because I don't know if you guys heard, but Niecy had came out on the Breakfast Club and mentioned that she actually gave Crucci this job. Like, she's the one that
She
pretty much-
encouraged the producers to look at her.
Yeah, she was like
Yeah.
a co-sign on it. So it just shows they really have a bond on and off the camera.
Great.
That's the
so
person who
good.
really got me into it. It's just that I'm so excited for her. I don't know her personally or anything like that, but just from witnessing from a consumer, everything she's been through and who she's been with and
Yeah.
stuff.
Of
I'm
course.
so happy that she's making a name for herself.
Me
Like,
too.
She
I
is
don't
proving
care.
the haters wrong.
No,
I
she
know.
is.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm all here for, the underdogs coming
Yeah.
up.
So
Yes.
as a
Seeing
mom,
her-
everything.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
a mama?
She
no,
is a mother.
No, Crucci.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Niecy.
Right?
Sorry.
Oh,
Well,
does this. But
I'm
I'm
talking about-
talking about Carucci just killing this. So
yes.
I'm super excited for her.
I'm seeing Crucci.
This
Always
is your
been.
first week here, Rochelle. We always talk about Crucci's obviously talented, but
She
she's
is.
a great actress.
Yeah,
she's
so
I'm
good.
last
loving it.
I know, yes.
Yeah.
She's the person who got me hooked on it. I'm just loving just seeing her growth, and of course, I'm
Yes.
loving all the others. But I just love I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
it was really cool. Niecy always talks about that she believes that she doesn't like to hoard her blessings, is what she says.
Yes.
And so she
Somebody.
believes that whenever she gets a job, that is God, the universe, calling her to extend that hand to other
Yeah.
people.
Wow.
And it's
Come
just,
on.
I feel so like great to have her as my number one, because she's just like gives you those little bits of
Those
life
gems.
advice. And I don't even know if she knows how much that she's impacted me with that, but
Wow.
it's been great to see have just such a force of a person be the lead of the show.
So she's kind of like the mother hen off the camera too.
100%.
I can see
100%.
that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Makes me so happy because whenever you love a show, you're like, oh, I hope it's a good set. Because like a
Yes.
lot
Yeah.
of shows don't always have good sets.
No, and
Yeah.
Niecy, I saw an interview that she was talking about that too. She was like, I've been on you can work with people that you don't like with. I'm here, you stand in your mark, whatever. And she was like, it's such a
Coworker.
blessing whenever
Yeah.
they love each other. We all do, but especially those 5 women, you guys.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we should get into some predictions, some quick ones.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, so Spidey senses
now.
are tingling.
TV.
You ready?
I'm
okay.
ready.
So one of my
Still.
predictions is with Mother Ruval and Desna. So I actually think that they're gonna start throwing the paws. Okay, I think because even though she's in this wheelchair, I won't put it past her that they're gonna fight before she finds out what Dr. Ruval is all about. Because you know, Mother Ruval also lives with Dr. Ruval, and she was snapping. Did you guys see where she like was about to cuss out Dr. Ruval?
Yeah.
And she just not good news. So I definitely think that they're gonna fight. It's gonna go down.
I think my prediction is that she's a boss lady. And yeah, I think she's in charge. Either that's his wife or that's the boss lady.
Oh, you're talking about Mrs. Ruval,
Yeah,
not
Mrs.
Madame.
Ruval.
I feel like she's in
Yeah.
disguise, guys. Like
Yeah,
her skin looks
that's
great
not
because usually when they play, usually when they play older women or like
Super.
elderly
Oh no,
women,
she looks
they,
young.
They give you the makeup to make you look
Yeah.
older, whereas she looked very youthful.
So you don't think that she's actually like maybe handicapped?
No.
She's not.
Oh, on the
handicapped.
show, you mean?
On the
Yeah,
show,
she's
yeah.
gonna step out of that wheelchair with
Yeah.
the gun.
I'm telling you, they're gonna throw bows. They're gonna
Yeah.
fight before she find. It's gonna be around the time she's gonna find out about Dr. Ruval, but
Oh, boy.
it's gonna be epic, and I can't wait.
I have 2 predictions. So one of them, I think, I'm hurt to say this, but I think that Dean and Virginia is not going to make it because I think once they're living together, Virginia's going to see sides of Dean that she didn't see before. I think that's going to probably break apart. And I think the next episode is when Roller's probably going to possibly confess his love to Desna because
Yeah.
in this episode we've seen him come to Desna's defense.
That's
and she
good.
doesn't even know that.
I told you, I see it coming back.
I like that, girl. I like that.
The one prediction I have written down, if you guys could see it, I have Great Quiet Anne episode next week. And it sounds like
excited.
I will. So you can't really predict here, Evan, because you know stuff that we don't. But if there's anything else you'd want to plug or let your fans know where they can find you, now is your time.
Sure. You guys can keep up with me on Instagram at Evan Daigle and on Twitter at Evan Daigle1.
Great, awesome. And I have you're such a young actor, and I just know that you have a very, very exciting future. So don't
Oh, thank
forget
you.
us.
Keep pushing.
Of
Please
course
don't forget
not.
us.
Never stop.
I watch you guys.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, guys, he's watching, you're watching too. This is the AfterBuzz TV After Show for Claws. Such a fun show.
Awesome show.
I know. And Evan, thank you so much for coming in.
Of course, anytime.
You make a great fifth man. It's fun to have you. Yeah, you're welcome. Guys, my name's Jeff. If you want to find me online, you can do that at Jeffrey C. Graham. In case you didn't know, every Friday I host and produce a table read show where I and a group of actors read Hollywood's hottest unproduced pilots and features.
Awesome.
We're reading an action comedy this Friday, so if you like the sort of comic action you're getting in Claws, it's very, very fun. Check that out. How about the rest of you guys?
Okay, guys. Well, you can find me on Twitter at It's Jaimi Gray or on IG at Jaimi Gray. And I'm on a lot of other after shows like Pose, Full Metal Alchemist, Growing Up Hip Hop, The Four. That's why you got to subscribe to all of our channels, and you might see me again.
You can find me on all social media platforms at I'm Jazzy. That's IMJAZZIEE. You can also find me on Shades of Blue After Show.
And you can find me at Roach Baby. That is ROACHBAYBEE on social media platforms. And I want to say, you guys, thank you guys so much for letting me join.
Of course,
you guys are
welcome.
incredible. And on
Welcome
a
to
special
Claws.
day, such a pleasure meeting you. So
Y'all
yes.
too.
Of course, yeah. Okay, guys, this has been Claws. We'll see you next week here every Monday at 4 p.m.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments and questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.